Jace.
I'm Grace.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Grace. Okay, so can you tell me what brings you in today?
Well, we just gone through a really tragic event in my family. My husband passed away last month. He's been battling cancer for about a year, and I'm still dealing with all the grief associated with that, as well as we have two very young kids, and they're not quite at the acceptance stage yet. And as a mother, I'm very much focused on their needs and more so than on mine. And I'd really like to work with you to work through some of my emotions and my feelings. Yeah.
Okay, so so grief is a tough thing to be dealing with, and so your husband, you said he passed. How long ago was it that he passed away?
A month ago.
A month ago. Okay, so it's very fresh.
Yes.
Okay, and so you're you have three children. You're by yourself now, as far as the immediate family. How is that for you? Dealing with three children, you're by yourself when you're used to having your husband around.
It's very hard. I mean, he hasn't been home with us for a while because of the late stages of the cancer, but I still could rely on him for emotional support, and now that he's not around, I pretty much have to handle everything on my own. And he was, until he became sick, he was the one who provided for us financially, and so I'm having to deal with looking for a job soon on top of raising my kids.
Okay. So, wow, there's a lot coming down to you right now. Could I ask you, as far as other family support and friends, do you have that kind of tight-knit family support?
I do. I have two sisters who live in Atlanta, so they're very close, and they actually come to visit us and help us out around the house. I rely on them a lot. My parents don't live as close in Virginia, but I can still call them whenever I want to, and they've been great through this whole process as well.
Okay, and so your children, how are your children taking the loss? I mean, are they, do they understand that their father's gone, or, how is that for you?
Well, I have two preschoolers. They're still in the denial stage. They were very close to their dad, and so they're almost expecting him to come home any day now, yeah. And then my older son, he is 8 years old, so he's processing through it, but he's very angry about why it's happening to him, and he misses him a lot, and he wakes up with nightmares many nights, and he's very shaken up.
Okay. And so, now how often do you go and see your other family members?
Well, in the past month, we haven't really gone anywhere. My sisters did come for about a week to help us out, especially right after the death, which helped me tremendously. And then my parents, they're planning to come down in a few weeks, but I haven't seen them since the funeral.
So right now you're dealing with your own grief as well as your 8-year-olds, and then you're still trying to get your toddlers to understand, the severity of the situation and the fact that he's not coming back.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it possible that because my best friend died a few years back, and it was really tough for me. And so, for me, I, relied on my close family bonds that helped me get through it, as well as friendships. And I still, I have pictures and things like that. And sometimes, I'll write about it. I'll just put it down on paper, and that'll allow me to feel a little bit better. Would that be something that you would think would benefit you?
Yeah, definitely. I think once I have the time to just sit down with my thoughts, I think that would be great for me to just kind of write everything out and to see the kind of progress I'm making. Yeah.
Okay. So, maybe, not so much maybe your toddlers, but maybe you and your 8-year-old son, maybe you guys can come in and we could, have maybe a talk with both of you, because, you're dealing with it and he's also dealing with it. And he's old enough to comprehend the severity of the situation. And maybe us together could, talk about it as a whole and, work towards some goals and some things that we can work on just to kind of get through this process.
Yeah.
And it's not a short-term process. It's a long-term thing, but, I'm sure that we can, get through this and work it out. When do you think would be a good time for us to meet again?
It would have to be after school for him if we're going to meet all together.
Okay.
So maybe next Monday about 4 o'clock.
That sounds great.
Okay,
That sounds great. Well, look, Grace, it was wonderful talking to you, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much.